What's up, Gunplum Modelers? This is Strider Prime bringing you another edition of Gundam Models. Sorry to interrupt my current build of the higher grade Gouf Custom, which is going to be for the diorama build. But I thought it's a high time I mention who is the winner of the, what you guys would name my diorama. Name My Diorama build. There you go. Now, I didn't mention that I was going to tell you who won at the end of the GM Striker build. Build as in building it and painting it. But seeing that we're now a week away from Comic-Con, I need to submit this form today. So it's about time I'll tell you guys who. Well, how I'm going to tell you who won is going to be the assistance of my tablet here that's going to show you who's going to win. But before we go, mention this, I want to show you something first, so that way you see what I'm planning, how the work in progress is with my diorama. Everybody saw me build the put on plaster over the board, and I waited until it finally dried. It actually dried pretty well. Now the next thing to do was to sand it down. Now everybody was saying, oh, it looked like you're going to do this in like a beach or desert or anything like that. Well, that was not my intention. It looked like it. It looked pretty cool at it. But not my intention at all. Instead, my intention was to sand it down to a nice flat coat, or excuse me, flat surface. And I had two sanding sponges. One was like a coarse sanding, and the other one was a light sanding. So I spent like a good hour sanding down the board, or sanding down the plaster, and then I used the other sanding pad just to even it out. Sorry I did not take a picture and show this to you guys, and I knew on camera it will probably not look very good as well. So I'm doing everything with one hand. Oh. I want to show you the results of my board, and here it is. The color may not look it. This is primer. I primed the board nice, even, and if the camera shows it, flat. The toothpicks that I had as markers on where the building is going to be has been removed. It was getting in the way when I was sanding down. But this part here, this section here, is where the buildings are going to be. So the Federations are going to be here, Zeon's going to be here. But I sanded this down, primed it, and now it's nice and flat, and it looks like a, basically it's what I'm looking for. It came out the way I wanted. The only problem is, of course, the front part here, which I did a slant here, sanding it down. This part came off. I could easily put more plaster and stuff like that, but I don't want to waste too much time. I'm going to cover it up with cardboard or some sort of light pliable board, so that way I can then give it an overall side design. And of course put in the name of the diorama once it's complete. Okay, so the moment of truth has arrived, and I am now going to mention, or I'm now going to decide who is the winner. And how I decide? How am I going to decide this? All right, I copied everyone's comments that was on the last video. There were over 60 comments there, but I had to filter out people saying, wow, that was great, cool, great build, can't wait to see this. And I put glue under my armpits and stick a rug on it. Yeah, there were many funny little people out there that made me laugh. So clearly those were not the name of the titles. So I took everyone's suggestions, starting from the first one, that is number 52, all the way up to the last one, which is number 1. There are 52 suggestions. Some of them are singles, A few of them are 2 to 3 up to 4, you know, suggestions. I'm looking at every one of these, and each one is an amazing suggestion. I wish I could use them all, but there can only be one winner. So cross your fingers, guys. I will let you know in a moment who wins. And how am I going to do this? Well, that's where I have my Mr. Prime Transformer Prime tablet to help me out. I'm going to activate a program known as Wheel of Decision, which is an app, a free app off the Google Play Market. And the reason why I chose this is because through the decision programs I was looking for, this was the only one that allowed me to select up to 50, more than 100 selections. So when you spin the wheel, you can, it could be from 1 to 10, 1 to 50, 1 to 75, whatever. All I need to do is spin it, and then as you can see, it goes around in circles, and then it'll land on what I want. So I'm going to bring this up to number 1. Okay, and then I'll focus the camera there. And of course, Mr. GM Striker is in the way, so I'll put you over here. This is getting a little exciting, isn't it? So I'm going to spin it 1 for safety. Actually, there's a button here to spin the wheel. Okay, and I'm going to do this 6 times for the 6 kits that I have. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the winner is number 13. And number 13's suggestion is, let's go find him, Brandon Wickert, Walking into the Enemy's Eyes. Brandon, you are the winner. Congratulations. I am going to use this title, Walking into the Enemy's Eyes, as the name of my diorama. I will email you letting you know that you've won, and you will let me know if you're going to Comic-Con or if you're not going, and then I will send you your prize through a certificate, courtesy of eBay, or actually courtesy of me. I'll make the necessary arrangements, of course, online, and then we'll get it squared away. So that's my title, Walking into the Enemy's Eyes. I will post this, or I will submit this to Bluefin, so that way they can get my my diorama already registered. I'd like to thank all for watching. The contest is over. I hope to see you guys at Comic-Con next week. Clearly this week I'm going to be finishing up my diorama build, my 2 other kits, doing the touch-ups here and there. And by the end of the week I'm hoping to show you the final results of this long, exhaustive project. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more Gundam models yet to come. Take care.